Welcome to our scale drawing activity. In this activity, you're going to take an image, use some grid squares, and transfer it and scale it to a piece of paper. Usually the image will be smaller. You should be scaling it to a larger piece of paper and make that drawing. So when you are done, so this slide is for when you are done, I want you to insert a picture of your final drawing. So you're going to click on the Insert menu choice, then Image, then Camera. It'll bring up the camera, take a picture by clicking on the camera icon and then hitting Insert. Then you can delete these instructions. So make your picture as big as you can on this slide when you are all done. Here are some instructions. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a 6x9 grid of squares on the largest piece of paper you can find. If it's just regular paper, that's fine. If you can find wrapping paper, like use the back of wrapping paper, I think that would be pretty cool. It's like you'd make a poster size drawing. Make the squares as large as possible so that you could still get 6x9 grid in there. So if you're using a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you'll probably use 1-inch squares. If you're using wrapping paper, maybe you'll get 2 or even 3-inch squares on that paper. So draw these grid lines lightly so you can erase them when you're done. Okay, then you're going to draw an image, or you're going to choose an image to draw, and there's a link to many images for you to choose from. And then go ahead and begin drawing. So you're going to look for a box on your image and recreate what's inside that box. You can begin with whatever box you want, but what helps is if you make a general outline of your image and then add the details later. Okay, so make that general image first, then add details. Go ahead, color in your drawing, and then if you can, erase those grid lines. You don't have to erase the grid lines if you don't want. So let's take a look. There is a Brain Pop video that kind of goes along with this. So if you want to watch Tim and Moby kind of talk about this type of project, they're taking a picture and actually drawing a mural on a wall. It is somewhat interesting. You'll need the username and password to log in, Thomas Middle and Robot. All right, so let's look at an example. So I chose this image of Pluto, the dog, and here's my 6x9 grid, and I need to go ahead and recreate this image using the grid as a guide. Now the hardest part is usually starting. So pick something that's kind of obvious and not too hard to do. So I'm going to pick this ear here. I'm going to start with the ear and then do the head and go around from there. All right, so this ear starts in 1, 2, 3, the third box. 1, 2, 3, the third box. It kind of starts in the corner here, goes up and around, and then towards the top here, this top here, then it kind of goes straight down in the next square. So kind of straight down in the next square, and then almost to the bottom of that square. If I'm just going to finish the ear, kind of goes right up that grid line and connects here. All right, so that's my attempt at an ear. And now I can go ahead on and do the head and so on. So I've actually did this ahead of time, so you didn't have to painfully watch me draw it all. So here's my first attempt at the ear. And then I moved on, kind of outlined the head and the top jaw. Then I added the eyes and the other ear and the nose. Then the bottom half of the mouth and the collar. Then I just outlined the entire body. Then started looking at these different lines here, more the detail. I started to color everything in and finish the coloring. All right, so turned out okay. Not the greatest, but I like it. So that's what you're going to be doing. Again, when you finish yours, go back to the slide, that second slide, and take a picture and insert it here, make it nice and big. All right, I hope you enjoy this project on making a scale drawing picture.